this might be a good time to consider cleaning out your jewelry box to get some needed cash. Joining me now is Chris Bussing of Gold Stash for Cash and Linda Cobb, of course, the Queen of Clean. It's good to see you both. Thanks
good to
for being
see you.
here.
Thanks.
First, I've got to ask you, how did you get involved with this?
Well, by cleaning.
Oh,
there's
there
no
you go.
better way. Actually, I was spring cleaning my jewelry box.
Yes.
And when I was done, I ended up with this little pile of broken chains
Sure.
and one earring without a maid and stuff I hadn't worn in years.
Yes.
And I thought, what am I going to do with it?
Very
So
smart.
saw on TV and on the internet that you could sell it, but I was afraid to go to just anybody. You don't want to send it in the mail to somebody.
Well, that's a good point, and that's what I was going to ask you, Chris. What is the right rule of thumb when it comes to selling your gold?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different options.
Yes.
We actually started it back in our jewelry store at Walt's Jewelers years and years ago. We've been buying jewelry for from people that are just simply had things that they wanted to get rid of to they wanted to trade it in toward other items. But with the onslaught of people wanting to sell their gold because of the higher prices lately, we just had a lot of people coming in. So we decided to take that concept out to the valley through these hotel events.
That's nice.
And we can't be everywhere. So what we've done is we're in about 4 or 5 locations throughout the valley at any different time or at different times throughout the weekend. And you can just go in, bring your items in. We'll evaluate it right there on site. And we pay you cash right when you're there.
So it's a lot safer doing it this way, obviously. And what about, how do you know if you're getting the true value of whatever your gold piece? I know the Queen brought some Queen brooches, but I noticed you've got in the stack over here, obviously broken pieces. So how do you know what's more valuable or what the true value is?
Well, we base everything off of spot, the close of business the day before. So, and obviously there's refining costs and different things that come into play, but for the most part, we're actually going out, we're doing the research for you, so really you don't really have to. I mean, we're going to give you the best offer we possibly can and obviously the other thing is, if you decide not to sell, you can walk away at least knowing what your things are worth.
Right, you don't put it in the mail and never see it again.
Exactly.
It's yours.
And you don't have to sell by any means.
And you get cash right on the spot.
That's the amazing thing.
Yeah.
I went in with my things, and I had just a little small handful of gold. And Lisa, I walked out with over $700 in my
Really?
hand. I mean, and I was impressed because they did it right in front of me. They don't take it in the back room. They don't walk away with your things. You see how they analyze it, how they determine what it is and everything and what the value is.
Very interesting. And I noticed, too, like, if you have one earring, it doesn't matter what shape, if it's only
Right.
one of a pair, that doesn't matter. It's
Everybody
just the quality
has
of the
it.
gold.
The one thing I found through just talking with my wife is everybody has things in the jewelry box that they just accumulated. I mean, broken chains, just things that they just simply, a lot of your things were things that you just may not wear any longer.
Yeah, I didn't have any use for them. And, even if you don't use the money to make the house payment, you can go out and buy yourself a piece of jewelry you really love.
Spoken like a true queen. I love that. And Chris, right now, only a woman would think like that. Let's talk about the $10. I know because you have locations in the valley, and so you have kind of a little promotional offer if you want to head out to one of those.
Again, because we can't be everywhere,
Right.
And it would cost us, so much extra to literally open up these events all over the valley. So what we've done is, if you make the choice to come out to our events, we'll actually give you $10 toward your gas, regardless of whether you sell or not. We know once you get there and you see what we have to offer, you're going to be very, 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 very pleasantly surprised with what we have to offer.
Very good. And I'm sure you're seeing people coming in for all reasons. It may be to go purchase another piece, or it may actually be to help pay the bills because things are tougher.
Well, in this time, that is a really good thing. And, I was so impressed with them that, quite honestly, I almost sold them the crown. And then I went, well, maybe not yet.
The crown. You're not getting your hands on that. Sorry. Thank you so much, though. It's a good option for folks out there who are looking for ways to basically get rid of stuff they're not even wearing anymore and have some cash. And if you want more information, of course, you can find them online at GoldStashforCash.com. There's the phone number right there on your screen.